Number 5. What is the IUPAC name of the following compound? Now when we consider this compound, any organic compound has 4 parts of the IUPAC name. Let's denote them like this. 4 parts. And it is constructed backwards from the last part to the first part. The last part gives us the functional group. This part gives us the bond structure. This part gives us the number of carbons. This part gives us the substituents. So let's find out the functional group first. I'll write the compound again. H2N, CH2, CH2, CH, OH, C double bond CH2, CH2, CH3. Now there are several functional groups, OH group and NH2 group. You can consider this as a functional group too, but these are the main functional groups. But the priority is greater in the hydroxyl group. Therefore, the main functional group of our compound will be the hydroxyl group. Now it is not in the terminal, it's in the middle of the compound, so we have to number this. So how do we number? We have to give the least possible locant to the main functional group, and we can start the numbering from here, here, here. But if we start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, you get the number 4 to the main functional group. If you start from here 1, 2, 3, if you start from here 1, 2, 3, so we have to choose between these two. Now it's not this numbering, it should be from these. You have to remember that the numbering an organic compound or the chain should always start from a terminal. Now these are the terminals. You cannot put number 1 here because it has 2 carbons connected, so we don't know which one to give 2 here. When you give the number 1 for a particular carbon, it should be always 1 carbon there to give the number 2. Therefore, the numbering should start always from a terminal. Now in this OH group gets the number 3 from either side. Therefore, we have to go to the next rule. The next rule is give the least possible locant for the unsaturation. Now the unsaturation is the carbon-carbon double bond or the triple bond. Now there's a carbon-carbon double bond in this compound, so we have to give the least possible locant for the double bond. Therefore, this numbering is cancelled. So we have to start the numbering from this carbon. So you have to you have to number the longest carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. Now there are several unnumbered species. This one is unnumbered. This group is unnumbered. So this group is an ethyl group. This is an amino group. So the name should start with 5-amino, because when we consider the substituent, we have to consider the alphabetical order of the first letter of the name of the substituent. So it should start from 5-amino. There are 2 answers like that, here and here. And the name should end as 3-ol. This is the name of the functional group. Its name is ol. So it should be 3-ol. It's in the 3rd carbon. So it should be this one then. So we can easily find the answer, second one. You just have to construct these 4 parts. The substituents will be 5-amino 2-ethyl. This part will be 5-amino 2-ethyl. The number of carbons is 5, therefore this part will be pent. This has pent here. The bond structure, there is a carbon-carbon double bond on the first carbon, therefore 1 ene. And the functional group is 3-ol. Now here, this E letter is cancelled even if there is a locant in between the two names, because they are adjacent vowels. If there are 2 vowels adjacent to each other after the root name is this one, you have to cancel off the first vowel that you encounter. Alright, it's easy to find the name, just finding of the first part of the name and the last part of the name. Therefore, the answer for the fifth question is the second one. Let's go to the next question.